Hey YouTube, so today I've just uploaded how to install my MCreator 1.5.1, and all of the other tutorials like how to create a block and all that should probably still be working, but just in case I'm gonna make redo the videos and add them to the new playlist. But yeah, so first things first, creating a new block. And it's going to be an in-depth tutorial, so we'll go through everything, make sure you guys understand everything, and yeah. So first thing you want to do is make your texture. You can make it with an editing program like Indeth or Photoshop, whatever you use, and then you can um what was it, import it, which I'll show you, which you'll find out how to do later in the tutorial. So just create it, save it where you wanna, and then yeah. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and create an item block texture up here. Go to resources, textures, and create it from pre-existing stuff. Oh, you can load image here, I guess. You wanna load it onto the editor. But for now, since we're making a block, I'm gonna make a dirt type block. Dirt. I'm gonna make this. What color? Just make it basic brown dirt. Yeah, so. I want something better. Hmm. I'm not sure what I should make for the mod because I'm gonna make it. Oh, screw this. I'm just gonna make it Ender Dirt. I don't know. Someone I completely just made up on the spot. And let's go get a grass overlay. We could make this dark purple or that greyish. Looks pretty cool. We need darker. Which one's the darkest? They all look the same. And let's go with greyish one. That kind of looks cool. And yeah, so we're going to use that texture. It's going to be a block texture. We're going to name it Ender Dirt Texture. Okay, exit. I'm going to go create new element. I'm going to find block. Name it what you want. I'm going to call it Ender Dirt. I'm going to go okay. Then you've got to add the block textures. So this is where you import your other texture if you want it. You just click import block texture. Same thing will happen if you're creating an item and say import item texture, and the item and block textures are separate. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go select that, that. Oh wait, no wait. Since it's dirt, I'm gonna go resources. Create item block texture. I forgot to make the top of it and the bottom of it. Damn it. Dirt. Okay, we're gonna try and make it the same purple, which I have no clue what it was. That looks pretty good. Use block. I'm gonna do Ender Dirt bottom. Wait, bottom texture. Oh shit. Sorry about that. And then we go, what we need to top, so this is top of it, and we're going to make it, looks like that grey, I have no clue. I'm going to use block and dirt top texture, exit. Okay, now we create a new element. And the dirt. Okay, I have no clue what's top, what's bottom, so let's mess around with this. Gonna shoot. No, wait. Okay, wait. Yeah. And shoot, that's the top, that's the bottom, and these are the sides. Oh, wait, no. I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure. It's like this last time. I can't remember, I always get confused with this. I'm pretty sure these are the sides. I'm just not sure about that. Okay, we want this block. If you have transparency in this, you want to go has alpha. If you're doing a different render type, say grass or yeah, stuff like that, piston, plane, yep, then all you have to do is click don't render as normal block. A TX block, I'm not sure what the difference is, but just keep it a block. And the dimensions if you want to make it bigger. So I'll make this bigger to okay, let me check. Gonna be 2x2 big block. Yeah, 2x2. Right? And just to make let you understand block dimensions. Pretty much that's what it's at minimum that's what it's gonna be, and then that's it what maximum it's gonna be. So if I make it 2, that's how big it's gonna be. If I make it the minimum small, oh wait, it's confusing. Okay, so the minimum y chord means 1, so it's not gonna go any smaller than 1. So that means it's gonna stay half. Make it 0.5. It's just gonna stay half a block off the ground, and then max means it's gonna be 2 blocks wide, tall, and width or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Okay, name in GUI, I'm going to call this Indeth. It's what it's going to be called in game. Hardness. Hardness is the value. Sorry, I can't say this word. Variable that belongs to the block. This value tells you how much time it will take to mine this block. To calculate the time to dig your block with hand, use this formula. Sorry. The hardness times 5 equals how many times how long it takes to dig in seconds. So that's with nothing. That's with your normal hand. So if I was to make that 4, so it's 4 times 5 is 20. So it would take 20 seconds to dig by hand. If the block is digged with a tool, you need to divide this value with x. You can see how big x is in this table. So like I said, if this was 4, and it was times by 5, it would be 20. And then what you do is you divide, say you had a wooden what is it, wooden tool, I'm going to say shovel because it's dirt, wooden tool, you divide the number you got, which was for me 20, by 2. If it was a stone tool you were using, and you get the number you got divided by 4, which would make it 5. And so that's how long it would take to dig it. So with a gold shovel 12 would take less than a second. Nothing, it would take 20 seconds. so I'm gonna leave it on 4. Resistance, top here. This variable determines how strong the block is against explosions. Oh shit. Bigger resistance will result in smaller possibility that the block will be damaged in an explosion. If the block is closer to explosion, it will receive bigger damage. So these are the blast resistance: bedrock, ender portal frames, and end portal. 18,000. That means they can't be blown up at all, no matter what. That's why you can't blow them up. Or you can with some mods, but yeah. So yeah. That means, and it tells you all this for comparison. So so let's say let's find normal dirt. Okay, let's do no dirt, 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 2.5. So dirt has a resistance of 2.5, so that's why I'm gonna keep it. Excuse me. Okay, has gravity, so like sand and gravel will fall. I don't keep that to know what inventory it's in creative. I'm just gonna keep that in blocks. Later you learn how to create your own inventory tab and how to change these for when you do create it. Tool able to destroy it is a shovel. It doesn't drop itself, it drops normal dirt, I might as well say, and drops 1. I don't know. Okay, isn't collidable. That means can things run into it, like make it invisible. So like not invisible. So you can see it there, but you can't touch it. You can run straight through it. You can't jump on it. You can't. Yeah, whatever. I'm not sure if this works with like water and stuff, but like, yeah, but yeah. Some make that non-ticket. Can it provide power? If you select this, redstone will connect to your block. Yeah, why not? Light opacity. If you type 0, no light. Okay, this is how much light will go through your block, so I'm gonna keep that as 0. Material, it's ground. Step on sound is grass. Material determines some physical properties, like for example, once I chose water, you know how if you had a 1 by 1 by 1 block of water, so just one block of water in a hole or whatever, and if you can place blocks on top of water, and the water would, yeah. So for example, if you were to choose water, it'd be a normal block, it wouldn't flow or anything, but when you place it on top, stuff like that. Lava would, for example, hurt you, I think. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Numeracy is how much light the block emits. So stuff like, yeah, fire, glowstone, redstone, yeah, all that, and torches, they emit light. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that 0. And you can compare it on the list by just clicking that little question mark. Is unbreakable. Ticket so it's not ticket so it's unbreakable. Don't ticket so it is breakable. Harvest level to break. This is like what type of tool it needs to break it. 0 is hand wood, 1 is stone. Well, yeah, keep that on 0. I know what the second part is, so I keep both of them on the same number. Go next. Okay, just spawn particles around the block. I'm gonna spawn particles. They are gonna be the where are they? They're Enderman particles or whatever they're called. particles. I'm going to keep that on spread. How far it will spread away from the block. I'll keep that on 2 blocks, I guess, or 1.5. Particle amount. How many particles will spawn? 10. And they will always spawn. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go next. Okay, so these are the events. When this event happens, and then you can choose what happens. So when the block is added, when the block is right clicked, when the neighbor block changed, when it updates the tick, you can change it. It's a tick up here, by the way. Random update to when the block is destroyed by a player. Okay, when a block is destroyed by a player, for example, I'm gonna add a event, and you can choose from all this stuff. So you can get it to remove a block on its coordinates. You can get the add a block, remove the block, and give it its drop. Place a schematic, which we'll get into detail later. Change your game mode. Shoot an arrow, explode, strike lightning, spawn entity. Print text, and you can do all these. And yeah, and then these are the conditions. So I'm going to cap spawn. So only if this is true will it spawn the entity when the block is broken. They're all variable stuff, but if it's nighttime, on the spot, I want it to spawn. I don't know the ID, so I'm just gonna go. Or if it's custom mode, you can put it there. But I don't know the ID, so I'm just gonna go here. Look at all the entity IDs and find Enderman, because it's an Ender block. It has Ender particles. It's purple. Find Control F is the find thing. Enderman 58. So the mob's ID is 58. Okay, add event. Next. Okay, how you craft it. It's not going to be crafted. I'm going to have a world generation. So world generation. Okay, so this is the bottom. It will spawn anywhere. Damn it, I was pointing. Anywhere on the world. So that's 0. That's the height of the world. It will spawn. This is the minimum height. This is the max height. So it's actually very hard to understand sometimes. But I want to generate in the world. Oh yeah, you just click this. These are all the settings. Generate in the world. Frequency on chunks, so I'm doing this so I make sure I see it. And so it will spawn throughout the world at a high rate, and it will generate in the world, not in the nether. If you click up here, you can change between recipes and world generation. You can add the crafting recipes here or smelting recipes here. If you forget to do so, you can come back and edit it, or you can actually create a crafting recipe element. So this is the console. You want to wait till this is done, and then we will run our mod. See, we got Ender Dirt. You can go ahead and edit here. If you know how to code Java, you can edit its code manually instead of like say if there's an error or something. And so when this is done, we'll just go ahead and launch it, and then yeah, it doesn't usually take that long. Okay, it's done. So let's go ahead and start the comment. I'll be back when this is done. It shouldn't take that long for you guys, but just to save time. Okay, it's just launching up now, and I've just checked the time of recording when I paused it. It's already been going for just under 20 minutes, so I really need to wrap this up. So I'm quickly just going to show you this block. And yeah. So, oh wait. As you can see, this is the launch space, and you can go mods, and it will show you your mod. At the moment, it's test environment. You can change that later, I believe. And yeah, so you can go single player. Sorry. In create a world, I'm gonna keep mine on creative. Normal world, and yeah, create world. I kept this on normal world, not flatland. Normally I'd keep flatland, but this is for generating purposes. So it will generate. On flatland it won't. Because the flatland has a template that it follows when it generates. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna relaunch that because I think when I made it bigger, it stuffed up. Okay, here we go. Yep. Okay. So it should generate automatically, but I doubt it will. Normally it doesn't. I don't know why. Probably just something I did. I'm not sure. What? Wait. One Y90 something. Okay, it didn't spawn, but if we go in our blocks tab, it should be right down the bottom. That's where all the new stuff goes. And like I said before, I made it bigger, so it looks bigger in there. And this is Ender Dirt. I actually forgot I made it this big, but it looks kind of cool. And if we right click this, as I said, it's 2 blocks high, spawns particles. Spawns particles like it's meant to. But this right here is the actual block. It just looks bigger, so you can actually go through this extra part. And then the particles are spawning around the actual block. But yeah, it just looks bigger. And that is Ender Dirt. If you really wanted to, you can create an invisible block that people can't go through. And you know how I told you how to set the events? You could set the event so when this is created, it makes an invisible block above it and all around it, or like on the sides, on these sides, so that it's not completely hollow. But yeah, other than that, that's the tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did, making my giant Ender Dirt. And as you can see, ooh, wait. This was meant to be only 1.5 blocks that way, and it should be half a block off the ground, but it's not. But who really cares? But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned a bit. Like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching.